Hello there! Thank you so much for purchasing our backdrop. This is a bonus video to show you how to add your baby picture here. This is mostly for beginners. First, we're going to open our backdrop, is this one, and the picture of your baby. In this case, I'm going to use this beautiful baby picture. And the first tip is that you need to see how the light is in the picture. In this one, we can see that the light comes from the left side of the screen to the right side. You can see this is more bright, this is darker, and you can see the shadows here in the shoulder. So when you took the picture of your baby, just try to follow the same rules. The second tip is to use similar colors. If you have a brown blanket, could be nice. So this is the first picture I'm going to use. And we're going to move with this tool. This is the move tool. Click it here, then click on your baby's picture and drag it to your backdrop and let it go. We're going to move our baby's pictures to the bottom under the layer 1, so just drag it. And now you can see the baby's here. We're going to use this tool. Go to the edit, free transform. If you move these corners, it's going to move the size of your baby's face or picture. So we're going to place it here on the middle. The hat on the background is a little bit like tilted. It's not completely straight. So we're going to turn the baby's picture a little bit. We just move it a little bit, maybe like this. We put a little bit down. We're going to start with the chin. It should match here, this part. And we move it, we place it there. Our baby's face is too small, so we're going to make it bigger. You can pull any of these points. We make it bigger. We pull it down and continue adjusting. I think this is right, so I'm just going to click this. Now we're going to add some shadows. So we're going to click here and choose curves. We're going to click it here, pull it down just a little bit, and then we are going to click here. This is a mask. Click it and then click Command I or inverse. It's going to change this mask from white to black. Now we're going to click here on the brush, and you need to check that you have the white color here. If you don't have it, you can click here in these arrows. So now I have a white color. My brush, you can change the size of your brush. The opacity is 100%. And now I'm going to start painting here under the baby's head. All around, I'm going to even touch part of the face here and here. It looks too strong, but it's okay. Now we're going to add some blur. We go to the filter, blur, Gaussian blur. It's going to give you 20 pixels by default. You can go to the 0, move it to your left, and then you start moving to your right until you find the right number for your picture. In this case, I think I'm going to left it in 36 pixels. Click OK. Now you can add a second shadow if you want it. Choose curves. Go down again. Here. You can do this here or you can click the handle or the hand here, go to your picture, click it and pull it down, go here to the mask, click it, and now click Command I again, take your brush again, check that you have the white color. You can do this smaller in size. I want to choose 70 now, and you are going to paint under the hat, but just a little bit, just here, to give a little bit more of depth here. I'm not going to touch this part of the face, just here under the hat, and I'm going to do the same blur that I did in this part. So I'm going to the filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and it gives me by default 36. I think 33, it's okay. I want to click OK, and I'm going to group these two layers so you can see what's the difference in the picture. If you don't know how to group it, we're going to click in one of the layers, then you're going to click Shift, and you're going to click in the last layer. So I'm going to click Shift and click here. Now I'm going to click Command and the letter G, the group. Now both are here in this one. So to see the difference that we make with the layers, we're going to click this part, and that is the original picture that we have it with the shadows that we create. Now it looks like that. It looks more real now. Now if your picture is too bright, you can take it out some brightness. You can add more shadows. I'm going to use the burn tool. Go here in the dodge tool, click the right button from your mouse and choose burn. Now that you have the tool, you need to position yourself in the baby's picture here, and then you need to choose the size of your brush. I cannot see the size of my brush right now for some reason, but I'm going to choose maybe 1000 pixels. And for this exposure, in this case, we're going to choose maybe 10%. Then position yourself on the baby's pictures where you think is too bright and just give one click. I did it. I'm not sure if you see the difference. We can make it smaller so we can appreciate it more before the burn tool and after the burn tool. I think I'm going to leave it before the burn tool because I think the light is good. Now we're going to use other beautiful baby picture. Is this one. As you can see, the light comes from this side to this side, so I hope it works. We're going to move it again with the move tool. We click it and we drag it here. We let it go. We move it from here, from the top to the bottom. Go to edit, free transform, and you move it and adjust the sides. You can adjust it from the corners, from any of these points. I think this is okay. I'm going to click this part. Now I can see that the baby picture is a little bit cooler than the background, so we're going to make it more warm. I want to click here and I'm going to choose color lookup. Then I'm going to click here in the first option and I'm going to choose fall colors. I think this is good for me. If you want less, if you think this is too much, you can adjust it here. I can still see a little bit of blue in baby's face, so I'm going to choose another layer. Click here, and now we're going to choose selective color. I think the baby's face is in the color red because we have different options. So I'm going to choose red, and I'm going to take it out a little bit of the blue color. This cyan, I'm going to move it to the left a little bit. I think this is good for me. Let's adjust the color lookup here. We're going to move from 100. This is good for me. It's like 83. I want to leave it like that. Now we're going to add the shadows here in this part under the hat or under the fur. So let's create another layer and choose curves. Pull down this part and go to this mask. Click Command I to invert the mask. Take your brush, check the color is white, change the size of your brush, choose the opacity to 100, and we're going to paint here around the baby's face in this part and under the fur here. When I paint this part, it turns too dark, so I'm going to take it out this part and I'm going to paint only until here. So I will go back, I go to the history, and I will stay here in this part. So I'm going to brush again. I will stop here. Now I'm going to make this blurry, so go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then you can choose again the number of pixels. I'm going to leave it like that. Press OK, and we're going to create another layer. I think we need more shadows here in this part. So create another layer. You need to go here again and choose curves and take this down. Now go here to the mask, click Command I, and we're going to do the same with our brush, the white color, and smaller brush. We're going to paint here just a little bit. We're going to try to paint here too. Now I want to paint a little bit in this part of baby's face, but I don't want to be too dark, so I want to move it to the opacity, maybe 18%. I want to use a bigger brush, and I'm going to paint like that. I'm going to blur again this layer, so go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I think that is good, so click OK. So now we're going to group these 4 layers to check our editing. So right now I'm here in the last layer, and you're going to click Shift and click in the first layer that you want to group. Now click Command J and click here this eye to see what is the difference. That was like the original picture, and this is the new picture after our editing. As you can see, it's very nice. And now we're going to add some light here with this tool, the dodge tool. If you cannot find it, maybe you will see the burn tool here. Click with the right button from your mouse and you will find it. So choose dodge. With a big brush, just give one click in the part that you want to adjust. In this case, we're going to give a click here because I think it needs more light in this side, and here in this part of the bottom of the face, like that. So that's all for this video. I hope that you like it, and I appreciate your purchase. Thank you so much.